I Am Marwa, confuse them. Take 3 days off, do not upload any video, book a ticket, take Ethiopian airline, direct flight to Argentina. And then once you go to Argentina, wait for Rocio, Mr. Luis and the family at the airport. Receive them, record everything, and then upload that video. After going to Argentina, stay for about 1 week and then give Mr. Luis and the family time to relax. Once they relax, take a flight to Jamaica. While you're in Argentina, Jamaica is not that far. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. Now, when you go to Jamaica, these people were hit by Hurricane Melissa. When you go to Jamaica, visit Jamaican Uncle. And then change the context and the content. And guess what I believe? Your viewership is going to grow. Like I said, Marwa, take a flight to Argentina. Cheers, guys. Subscribe. Please subscribe. Hello. Hi, how is everyone? I hope your year has begun well. I would honestly be happy to know how the year has started for most of you. For me, you can as well tell I'm having a very good smile, which means probably my year has begun on a high note, and I hope it will continue like that till the end of this year. It's very early in the morning as I'm speaking right now, and I believe and I know some of the people have started on this year with a bang. And when I mean by some people, in this case, you got to understand I'm talking about Rocio. Rocio has, she started the year with a bang. Her and her sister were having a lot of fun in Madrid, enjoying that cultural experience where anytime they're celebrating the end of year, they have to eat 12 grapes, something like that, something of the sort. But you could tell, facially you could tell that she's really enjoying and having a lot of fun. We did not see anything from the other end, that is in Nyabuhansa village. I Am Marwa did not post anything about the New Year celebration. We did not see him hang out with the family because we react to what we see, but so far we haven't seen anything. Maybe he's not accustomed to that. Maybe he's not even used to celebrating with the family. People are different. The way Marwa and the Ondaris family conduct their business is different from the way Rocio and her family conducts their business. But all the same, I'll be happy for both. But either way, today's topic is a little bit different because it looks so unfair because I'm trying to compare the YouTube channels between I Am Marwa and his wife Rocio, Rocio Cabrera Travels. And in this case, I love doing analysis based on numbers. I do not love a situation where I'll just come here and start yapping nonsense without evidence. And I'm not the kind of a guy who will always come with, there are people who react on live. So they'll just attach a video of I Am Marwa or Bro Cabrera, Dimwango, David Jr., etc. And there are those people who will just go and watch, get the information. And once they get the information, they will come here and narrate or analyze and discuss what they may have learned from the YouTube channels. Well, in this case, as a guy who really does a lot of research on YouTube and do study and make analysis based on statistical data, I would prefer to make an analysis based on the recent videos and why it seems as if a lot of people are gravitating towards Cabrera's, that's Rocio's videos through viewership as compared to the husband, I Am Marwa. Now, if you go to their channels, if you go to I Am Marwa's channel right now, you'd realize that the viewership has really declined. While if you check at Cabrera's views, they have increased gradually, not even gradually. There is a very sharp increase in terms of viewership. And this, in my opinion, I would explain it using I have an opinion. And it's not a biased opinion. It's based on what I've seen. You see, one person is based in Nyabohanse. The other person, we see them in Africa, and then we see them in Asia, and then we see them in Europe. And even in Europe, we see them in this apartment. The other day, they are in a different apartment. We see them on the plane. This time they're on the economy class. The other time they're in the business class. Now, well, you combine all these facts together, you see there's a difference in terms of the kind of content that we are being given. One chooses to give us content that revolves around Nyabohanse. Just it's so limited in terms of context, because I know even the day I Am Marwa is going to take his camera and start posting a video, I know for sure if that video does not start with the horses, it's going to be in the maze or on the road or where he's on the bike or where he is inside the villa. I mean, even as viewers, there's something we call boredom. This thing has become so monotonous, and once you get used to one thing at a time, it becomes so monotonous. You get so used to it until it becomes so boring. And he has a lot, yes, but limiting himself to content within the village is not going to do him any favor unless there's something new and extremely new, something we haven't seen. And I want you guys to remember, during Goko's project, like the first few days, his Marwa'S YouTube views were very high because it was new and fresh content day after day after day. And then once they were done with the Goko's project, something happened in the village. There were hailstorms. Now with the hailstorms, he had fresh new content. Courtesy of that catastrophe, there was new content. So I Am Marwa posted new content that viewers were gravitating towards. People wanted to see what's new. Because with I Am Marwa, luckily for him, he has an audience that is hungry and thirsty, waiting to drink and eat fresh content from him. Unfortunately, the guy is not taking advantage of this and probably diversifying the context and the quality of the videos. It's important that he combines both the raw and unfiltered, the filtered and the well-edited, the professional videos. It would be very important for him to diversify that. Now, why am I saying this? Because YouTube at the moment, he has started so many businesses, but at the moment, the only business that is paying him is YouTube. That's the only guaranteed business he can say for now. The only business I know that is paying me money, that at the end of the month, I'll have to get a paycheck, is YouTube. And he's getting a fat paycheck, by the way. So why would he not take YouTube very, very seriously? Because the viewership may have dropped for various reasons. First of all, one of the lessons that I Am Marwa needs to learn is his subscribers are probably every other villager content creator subscriber. All those villagers making content within the village, all those are loaned subscribers. All those are people who originated. Those are Marwa'S branches. just producing the same thing from the same root. I mean, if you plant a mango here, it's going to produce fruits. So every branch is going to produce fruits. You understand? So what I Am Marwa needs to understand is, if his content does not appease a certain subscriber, that subscriber is likely going to Mayugno's channel to see what's different in the village, or go to its Nasto. What has Nasto done? What's different? What has Nasto done differently? Or go to Miss Flair. And apparently Miss Flair is doing very well. Her cook videos, some of these videos are hitting over 300k views. And they are long. And especially those videos where she's not talking, she's just doing her things at home. If they are not watching Miss Flair, there's so many other in that village. In a day, there are about 35 videos being produced about that village, and I believe there are about 25 YouTubers staged in the village producing content every day. Because think about it, recently there was an ongoing project at Gogo's place, the ones that Nico Buddha is the project manager, the ones who are doing the outdoor kitchen. Now that's a content in itself. Now Nico Buddha is Nico Buddha who is doing it. And while Nico Buddha is there are still other YouTubers, other young YouTubers who are coming. Fadela is building. We have Daniel is building. And there are so many people who are going to Daniel's channel to watch his content. There are those who will still watch Marwa'S content, but there are those who will be like, you know what? I am tired of seeing the horses every day. Horses grazing. I am tired of seeing you with maize that's corn. I'm tired of seeing you on the river. You're going at the stables, which are incomplete. It becomes so boring and so monotonous. So now let's move and shift to the other side. Here we have your wife by the name Rocio. So what does Rocio do? Rocio makes content while she's moving with the family from Africa. She gives us snippets, like when she's boarding, we have like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes in the plane, 5 minutes in the other airport, 5 minutes when they are getting into the luxurious, the 5-star hotel, and then 5 minutes doing other things, reviewing the room they booked, and 5 minutes probably reviewing the food. So within one video, Rocio is giving us a variety, a large context. So what does that tell you? And then by the way, her videos are basically, most of the videos she makes, they're about 30 minutes long. The one she did recently while she landed in Madrid, that was about 45 minutes long. And it's well edited. She's making sure that her camera captures the most epic moments. She's serious with her audience. And mark you, Rocio, she speaks Spanish. That's why you would see even her parents don't understand English. But Rocio has done herself a lot of benefit because she can easily speak in English and easily connect and communicate with her audience. She is Spanish, but majority of her subscribers, they speak in English. So what that happens is, she has made it her business to make sure that she interacts with her audience. While I Am Marwa is not making any efforts to diversify his content and the context of his content. Honestly, we have seen a lot in the villa. We have seen a lot in the village. We know the proximity between where you've positioned your... I've never been to Nyabohanse, but I can tell you. You leave Marwa'S Gate. You'll go to its passes, then get the river, and then you pass through that road. We have the likes of Ankomo, and then on the opposite side we have the Empress Road, and then on the far distance you can see Dimwango's construction. On the other side we have the church, and then we have Jamaican Uncle, whatever. As a viewer, you see this every day to a point where if you were taken and dropped in Nyabohanse, you would trek that place without asking for directions, because we see it every single day, and every content creator is doing the same content. They are following the same script. And guess what? That's why David Jr. decided, you know what? He even confessed, I need to follow Marwa'S script, but then I need to move in a different village. That's why he moved to Nyamuini. You understand? But still, and with David Jr., he has maintained his viewership. His viewership is probably between 9K to 20. But it averages at around 13K views per video, because he does 4 videos per day, which is also a very good strategy in growing his channel. Let's go back to I Am Marwa. So today he has not posted any video. The only person who has posted a video is his wife, Roca Brera. But even with that said, you see, he already gave us a hint that the next video he's going to show us the new land where his horses will be grazing, because he was grazing at a school in Nyamuini, and now that the schools are opening in Kenya, he will not have access to that land. Now with Jamaican's Uncle land, it doesn't have a lot of grass where the horses can go and graze. So he went and rented a place where he shall be grazing the horses. And now what you expect to see is him with the horses in that place. And now I Am Marwa was the first person, I think, who identified that you do not need to do a 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes video. Now, making content, by the way, it's quite a challenge. He already identified that you need to make sure that your video is at least 1 hour long, 1 hour plus. So what does I Am Marwa do? He has to fit, because there's limited context of the content. There's limited themes on his content. There's limited theme, and lately he has limited cast. And by cast, I mean, you see those people who come at the gate with sugar canes asking for help. You see the guys who come with placards asking for help. You see the kids who come to his place asking for help. You guys, those people I would refer to them as a cast. And by cast, this is what I mean. These are, if you're doing a film, we have cast members. Now, cast members have different roles. Now, in this case, majority of the cast members who come with placards, people coming to ask for school fees, people coming to ask for money so that they can go to hospital, those are cast members, because every person who will come, they'll give their story. Now, while I'm giving my story, I might even take about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 15 minutes. Now, 15 minutes, me giving my story, is time. It will be recorded and it will be posted. So, I Am Marwa will only have like 45 minutes of content that he has to think about and produce. So, the more cast he has, the easier his work becomes. But now, people are getting tired. Like, majority of his audience, they already contributed to Goko's project. They have already contributed to Daniel's project. Now, they don't want to contribute any more money. They want you, I Am Marwa, to finish up all the projects that are stagnating. And mark you, to some extent, I kind of think like, he does these projects halfway so that he has content for another thing. Like now we know in his house, he's not finished doing a lot of things. There are staircases, there's a lot that needs to be done in that house. Well, that's up to him to decide, but we are here to talk about the content and the reason as to why his viewership has really declined and might even decline further if he's not careful. And I'll also be discussing maybe what he needs to do. One of the things he might do to just hit and go up. So we already know that the next video he's going to be telling us about where he's going to be grazing his horses, probably who he talked to, how he did it, etc. Meanwhile, Rocio and Mark, the people who go to view I Am Marwa, the same people who go to view Rocio. And right now, if you watch Rocio's videos, you can tell via the comment section that people are loving, people are gravitating towards her. She speaks positive about her family, even when they are going through Spain, Madrid rather. And that place is so crowded. Imagine her having the baby and a camera. As much as I think that's strategic, she may be doing that strategically, because I don't know how to put it. Because you have a sister, you have two sisters, a mom and a dad. Of course, your dad and your mom they don't need to bother, her carrying the baby, but you have two sisters who can help you with the baby and you can be busy filming. But you carrying the baby and you're still filming, I don't know, but that's up to you. However, you can see Rocio and the family, and they're having a lot of fun through Spain, through Madrid. As much as it's a very crowded place, she's having a lot of fun, and you could see these guys smiling all through. They're not bored, they're having fun, enjoying, learning about the culture. And the good thing about being in Madrid for Rocio is they speak in Spanish. So it's even easier to understand what every other person is talking about. And one thing, by the way, if you look at the skin tone of Rocio and her family, and especially the elder sister, if you look at them, you do not even think they are Latinas. They don't look like Latinos, because Latinos have a certain look. Their physical appearance, and especially their skin tone. That's what people would prefer, as they're not white. But with Argentinians, they kind of look more like they are Europeans in one way or the other. So for Rocio and the family, integrating in Madrid is not a struggle. They speak Spanish. They look like Spanish, way more than even some of the Spanish people you'd see on the camera. So for them to integrate, they kind of felt as if they are having fun within the same culture. And you see, when you're not struggling to integrate with a certain community, even making content becomes a little bit easier. So Rocio is having fun. And as she's having fun, she's giving us a diverse range of content, because we are seeing her on this street, and tomorrow you're not going to see her on the same street. Or the one I checked is, she could have been on this street at night, but then tomorrow she'll be on the same street but during the day. You'd even notice. And then she's giving us a range of activities. Whatever she did yesterday is not what she's going to do today. And that's what me as a viewer, I want to learn. I don't want to be stuck in one type of content. Villa, horses, guys asking for help, cooking cultural food, having stomach aches and eating leaves, going to the river, complain about the villagers, etc. That's not the kind of content I want to gravitate towards every single day. It becomes boring. It becomes very, very boring. Because who wants to, just sit there and watch somebody complaining the whole day about the villagers and how they're being, ungrateful? Nobody. That's why people want to be, People will just come and watch Marwa'S content, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, and then they're like, okay, let me see what Kizo has uploaded. They go, and you see these guys, they upload videos for about 1 hour, in a length of 1 hour. That's how they were taught by the travel commando, which is good, especially when you're starting, because I also don't intend to make short videos. I would rather do them long, as long as whatever I'm saying is making sense to the audience or to the viewer. So you'll always find like, I'll watch the part I find very interesting, and then I skip to the other part that I find very interesting, and then I skip to the other part that I find very interesting. Now with Rocio's video, you start watching, you relax, you allow all the events to unfold as you watch. Why? Because you're having fun. And by the way, that's true. On YouTube, there are videos that make a lot of views, because you can tell the one who is making that content is not even struggling to make that content. They're just chilled and having fun. And they're also creating time to enjoy themselves, because sometimes when you just hold the camera like this, you're making content for the viewer, but you forget that you're also enjoying the moment. And that's why you realize that Rocio's videos are not even that long, because there are moments where I should be like, no, as much as I want my viewers to say this, I also want to have fun. I'm just enjoying the moment. Life is too short. I want to have maximum fun with my family. So, and the shorter the video, and then it's well edited. I Am Marwa, on the other hand, he just edits a little bit and then releases it raw and unfiltered. And what does that do? At times the quality is down. At times, you speak things you're not supposed to be even speaking. And if you watch the recent video, how Rocio celebrated the end of year in Madrid, you realize that majority, some, well, not most, but some of the viewers, they've indicated and they've stated clearly that we are enjoying this because you speak less and you capture the moments more. Now let's jump on to our brother. I Am Marwa, anytime you hold a camera, you speak. And even when you're not speaking, and at times as you speak, rather, you reveal too much. You reveal too much unnecessary information, and that's what comes to haunt you later on. Sometimes you reveal too much about your next move, and that comes to haunt you later on. And that's why in the previous video that I did, I stated you might need a brand manager, because with a brand manager, there are things you would have intended to do, but you don't. You also need somebody who can edit your videos, because when somebody is editing your videos, they will sit down, watch bit by bit by bit, or you can do it by yourself because you also know how to edit. You'll watch everything, and in the process of watching, you will question yourself, like, do I need to post this? Must I post this? And if you do not need to post this, then you just edit that part out. Now, what we've seen with you, and sometimes even Rocio, is you guys, you don't edit out even the parts where you two are arguing. And that drama might be good for the viewer, but it devastates your brand. Remember, all along I've been telling you that Marwa is a brand that needs a lot of care and attention. And you can easily kill that brand if you're not careful. So when you do not edit your videos, or when you do not have somebody who is editing your videos, you end up corrupting, damaging your content. Because at the end of the day, Somebody will come watch your content day 1, day 2, day 3 and realize that, hey man, there's a lot of complaining here and they do not need the negative energy. So what do they do? Even when you upload content that is making sense, they decide, you know what, I'm not going to watch this. I'd rather find something else. I would rather go and watch Daniel's house. I would rather go and watch the ceilings falling. I don't know what happens to Daniel's house, but content is content. Or I would rather go and watch Kizo, or I would rather go and watch Fadila TV roofing his house, or I can go and watch Nico Buddha finishing up the Gogo's project outside kitchen, or I can go and watch Miss Flake cooking, or I can go and watch Talokush and Lynette Kenya, or I can go and watch another. There's a content creator based in Mombasa, Kenya coast called the African Village Life. She has a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. And mark you, all these are Marwa'S proteges. People who identified, you know what, after I leave Nyabohanse, I'm starting my YouTube career and I'm going to shine. I have nothing else to do. Therefore, I'm going to take YouTube very, very seriously and I'm going to shine. And that's why a lot of Marwa'S proteges, they have made it outside there because all they needed is a platform. And Marwa has used his YouTube channel as a platform. It has benefited a lot of other YouTubers who've come there to start their YouTube channels and they have gravitated towards success. They have diversified their content. Whereas the person who taught them how to do these things is struggling to have 50k views. Imagine having over 550 subscribers, but then you're struggling to have over 50k views. And that's why I said in the beginning that, you know, we are going to look at this with statistical data. Like, when was the last time did I Am Marwa have 100k views? He does content almost every single day. But when was the last time did he make a YouTube video? Did he upload a video rather and have at least over 100k views? Has been long. And that video had to be very unique because people are also looking at uniqueness. Content is like technology. You have to outdo. Technology is outdone by another technology. The context of your content, I Am Marwa, is becoming obsolete. The context of your content is now becoming obsolete. And by obsolete, I mean it's becoming outdated. And the reason it's becoming outdated is because you've treated Nyabohanse like Hollywood. Nyabohanse is not Hollywood. And even Hollywood, it has an extensive place, or it's not Disneyland. Nyabohanse is not Hollywood, it's not Disneyland where, there's live action, there's a lot of investment in production that has been done. The script of your content has remained the same. People don't want to watch the same thing today, tomorrow, and the day after. That's why the reactors are always going to have views, because whatever you produce and the way you speak all the time, because you love speaking, you will always contradict yourself in some instances. And these reactors, they will always come, pick those small points and make their point. And there's a video I did and I said, don't undermine the power of these reactors. They do not have power over the people who donate to you, but these people have power over your brand and reputation. And I would like you to, by the way, go and think about a well-known company called Dolce & Gabbana. And I would like, if you're going to view this video up to this point, go and research about the rise and maybe fall. The company is still there. The company is doing a lot of great things. But go and research about a company called Dolce and Gabbana. Dolce and Gabbana, it's one of the luxurious brands that was started in Italy. Now, the two guys who started this brand did not want to have shareholdings. They wanted to run the brand themselves, which is a good thing because with independence, you have the freedom, you have the autonomy to make any decision you want to make. So you can easily make a decision very fast, and it can be easily executed anytime you want it to be executed. So that's what happened with Dolce and Gabbana. But now, one of the largest markets that had a third of their customers is in China. But now, one of the ways that most brands make a mistake is how they they market their product. So the new advertisement that was being done in China, it looked as if it's a blasphemy. It's like they were undermining the Chinese culture. And while in Europe you might be forgiven, in China they did not forgive. So there was a show that Dolce and Gabbana needed to do in China, and it was cancelled. The Minister of Culture and whoever cancelled that event. And guess what? Dolce and Gabbana lost a third of its customers in China. Why? Because of that small, stupid mistake. Now, I am Marwa. Your reputation is everything. Your brand is everything. And one of the things that I'm trying to emphasize here is take advantage of the following you have. You have some loyal fans. Give them content and try to minimize damaging your reputation. What you hear people say, take it very, very serious, because there's a customer who is going to be interested in investing in you. But in that partnership, what's going to hurt you more is your reputation. Right now, the business you have with your horses, I know for sure you have a partner. But do you think if another horse faces a similar demise, do you think you would benefit? Do you think it will work out positively for you? No, it will not. It will not. And do you remember, after that incident happened with Max Bryan and the horses, you stayed for quite some time without giving us updates about the horses. You not even show the horses and how they're progressing. So you did not have any content. Even today, you've reduced the amount of contact you're doing with the horses, because probably it's a partnership. So at the moment, you do not have full autonomy over the horses. And you said that probably this year you'll be bringing more horses. Good for you. It's not a bad thing. We are not jealous about it. In any case, we are happy that you can do something. But even with that said, what about YouTube, which is your biggest cash cow? What's going to happen? What kind of content are you going to show us? What kind of content are you going to give us? And apparently, you do not have confidence in your employees. And one of the reasons that has happened is because you are the same person who has killed the morale for a lot of your employees. So they kind of struggle to work with. They kind of find it very difficult to work with you. They also follow YouTube. Majority today, we are in 21st century. Even people look forward. Anytime they're getting employed, they try to also do some background check to identify, let me see the kind of an employer I'm going to be working with. You understand? So you need to rethink about the context of your content. Otherwise, what you earn from YouTube can decline drastically And my friend, I'm telling you, a lot of YouTubers have lost it. Ego started building up. And you see, when ego builds up, you start seeing people commenting here below, and you kind of think, these people are just bluffing. There's a guy in Kenya. He's American. He came to Kenya. Okay, he's a passport bro. He's called something like Holzman. Something like Holzman. There's a guy in Kenya. He's called something like a Holzman. And there's a YouTube channel. There's a video he did sometimes back, and he claimed that women, trying to meet his sexual gratification, drugs, and especially alcohol, are some of the things that have really derailed his progress. And there were people who were commenting and telling him, bro, what you're doing right now might be your demise. But he wouldn't listen to them until reality hit him. I Am Marwa, do not wait for reality to hit you so that you may realize that whatever you could be doing right now can end up messing your brand even in the long term. Take time and listen to advice. And I hope that they are matured people who do not only clap for you because they can see your progress and they have worked with you all through, but they can also look at you and see where you can be in 10 years from now and give you proper advice that will help you. You understand, bro? Otherwise, your content will continue having a decline in viewership. And when there's a decline in viewership, there's decline in the amount of money you earn every month. Because you are one of the highest paid YouTubers, I believe, here in Kenya. At least you do get maybe roughly $20,000 going up, which is a good thing, it's a big thing. Even you know it, it's a big thing. The only reason that makes you maybe not see it as a big thing is because you are already used to having a lot of money. You keep on saying you are not a rich man. Okay, within the African context, you are. And I know you understand what this means because, you have a villa by yourself, you have a Land Cruiser, you have a Mercedes Benz, you have employees working for you. Like, you do not even have to do anything. You can't cook, you can't wash your clothes. Your biggest task, by the way, I Am Marwa. As much as people love calling other people lazy gang, I would also call you a lazy gang, because Marwa, you don't do anything. Your responsibility is very, very simple. Camera, context, and content. Just that. Just that. That's all you need. You can even, and there's a rage. You have a range of ideas. Right now that your wife is not around, tell even Getiriva to come and teach you how to drive and make content out of it. You can even go borrow your brother's, you can even do a video with your brother's car, the convertible. There's a lot you can do. You can also show us life when your wife is not there, alone in the villa. How would you organize that villa? There's a lot of content you can do, even now that you're just there. But you don't have to always go and show us, because we know in the morning the way your content comes off, you might start your content while you're in the villa, coming downstairs, you move out of the house, you show us those birds, you throw maize or corn at them, they're eating, and then you go at the trees, you show us the birds, you go down in your land. um we have the stables on that side, and then we have the white shades down there, and then you have the training ground where Max Brown used to train the Pasusa horses, and then past that we have the wall, the small gate, and then the river. You cross the river. On the other side, there's the place you're building the new stables, and then you just walk, you walk, you walk, you walk. You show us where the trees are being cut. If not so, you come out of the gate, you move. That is get rivers. All you tell us all this is because of YouTube, and it's true. It's because of YouTube. And then on the road, you go, you pass by your mom's gate and all those places. We imagine, we people viewing your content, they know all these places. Or you're on the bike, Daniel's bike, because Daniel is your latest rider. The bike was bought for free, so of course by default Daniel becomes very loyal to you. I'll also be loyal to you courtesy of that bike, because at least you've helped me solve a problem, and that's how it's supposed to be anyway. I'm not complaining about that, and I don't have anything against that. But on the other hand, remember, there are people who say you only help where you know there's also a return that is coming to you. Okay, I also don't have a problem with that, because come on, it's a 50-50 thing. You benefit, I benefit. Both of us have to got a benefit in this. You understand? But in this case, the content you're going to show us, limit the village content. Travel, because that's what people are accustomed to. People knew you because you are the travel commando. People have always known you as the travel commando. So if I were you, this is what I would do. I Am Marwa, this is what I would do. And perhaps maybe I'm going to pick up my what do you call it, headline or title from this. Now, I Am Marwa, this is what I would do if I were you. I would not post content for at least 1 week. I would not post content for 1 week. Guess what I would do? Because I have the money, I would only tell probably Dimwango that the next time you're going to be seeing a video from me, I'm going to be doing it in Argentina. I don't even have to go because I need to visit. I would just do it. I would wait for Rocio to go up to Argentina. That's how you surprise people. That's how you become so unpredictable. Being unpredictable is so sweet. It can be the best thing for us, the viewers. Be unpredictable. If I were you, Marwa, this is what I would do. I would basically book a ticket through Ethiopian Airlines, and because I know Rocio will be dropping in Argentina this particular day, I take videos all the way up to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. I do all the videos, but I'm not uploading any, and then I allow people to speculate. I would allow people to speculate. Why am I silent? Right now, they kind of feel like you are lonely. I'll take advantage of that. You have the opportunity to silence your haters. This is what I would do, because it's very, very possible for you, I Am Marwa. If I were you, this is what I would do. I would book a ticket to Argentina, and then I travel, and for a whole week, I'm not going to upload anything. So you guys are going to be waiting, like, you're going to be guessing what could be this guy be doing. Is this guy, feeling suicidal, or is he feeling any type of way? So I would make sure you guys are thirsty and hungry for my content, and then I'll make sure that my wife doesn't know anything. My wife does not know anything. And right now that everybody's talking about, like, will Rocio come back? Is she going to come back? Before these guys are done guessing whether Rocio is going to come back or not, I'm already in Argentina. And guess what? The person who will be welcoming the Mr. Luis family in the airport is none other than I Am Marwa. That will be the biggest plot twist in your story. You would just stamp that the travel commando is back. And there you are, reuniting with your family. Man, that would be the best script that I could have. Just silent for some few days, like, for like 3 days or 4 days, and then when the time is right, you upload, and you're uploading when you're here, while you're in Argentina. Man, wouldn't that be beautiful? That they took a longer route, and it will look like, you had planned it with Rocio. You'd make people would shut up. You know what I mean? You'd make your enemies. All my enemies are suffering. All my enemies are suffering. All my enemies are suffering. You know that song, All your enemies would suffer. Make your enemies suffer, bro. And at times, even me, I do make content lashing at you, meaning coming at you really hard. And I have to. Because you're my bro, Me and you are always gonna be bros, We can't fight, but I have to. And if I don't talk about you, where else do I get my content from? I'm just starting. And I have to get myself busy. Like now, it's very early here. It's very early in the morning. Before I do what I do, before I start doing the architectural designs, I have to talk. Because this is something I was naturally born to do. Talking to the camera. And it's not even the best. It's not even the best camera. Because I'm just facing the laptop and talking. And outside is just quiet. I love these night things, man. But seriously speaking, I Am Marwa. Think about it. If I were you, if I had the money that you have, and then I'm watching YouTube and everything that's unfolding, and I'm a content creator, and I'm a big thing, that's what I would do. And guess what I would do next? I would go stay in Argentina for 1 week. Not even 1 week. Give them time to relax. Give the family time to relax. Because you would get views. That video would give you views. And that's what I was talking about, context of the content. If you take a plane and fly to Argentina and you give us updates as you travel, but then upload them when you reunite with Mitoto and Rocio and the family, Mr. Luis and the family, that would give you views, bro. And not just views, I believe even subscribers. Because you see, when people like your content, when they keep on liking, and then people go down to the comment section and they start reading, the people will just get enticed. People will be baptized to the cults. The people call it Marwa'S cults. You need to baptize people in your church, Marwa'S church. And the best way would be book a ticket to Argentina, travel, go to Argentina, reunite with that family, and then take another ticket. Jamaica was hit. It was hit by Hurricane Melissa. Go there and curse Melissa. Don't be a good bro. Go and curse. Be a bad boy. Go and curse Melissa. How could Hurricane Melissa? How dare you? How dare you touch Jamaican Uncle? How dare you? And guess what, bro? Now again, traveling from Argentina to meet Jamaican Uncle. Bro, you see, Jamaican Uncle is reviving a project in Jamaica. You could easily build something, you could easily do content with Jamaican Uncle in Jamaica. As people are contributing in Wodemeyer's project, because Wodemeyer was recently in Jamaica, and he said that every single coin that's going to be contributed, every single view, every single coin that is going to be contributed within because of that video is going to be used in rebuilding Jamaica. You know, they were hit by Hurricane Melissa, and peace for my black brothers and sisters in Jamaica. Imagine if I Am Marwa, you followed my advice. Imagine if me and you worked as brand ambassadors, but the problem is I would have to be a little bit more professional. You would not sit on me. I would want to exercise autonomy. So when I tell you don't, you don't. You understand? Because professionalism requires respect. You respect my profession, I respect your profession, bro. But imagine if you did what I'm telling you to do. Imagine you go to Argentina and then you drop to Jamaica and do, even if it's only for a month, you do some content with Jamaican Uncle. You can even fundraise for Jamaican Uncle. Go there with a story. And bro, you would do miracle in your YouTube channel. You would reconnect. You see, you're talking about 20,000 for you to hit what? 600,000 subscribers. Honestly, I believe if you went to Jamaica, you would still milk content there. Remember, majority of your subscribers, majority of people who donate to you, they have their roots in Jamaica. And having roots in Jamaica means one thing. By you being a foot soldier in Jamaica, you have connected with them. You've really touched their hearts. And they would be forever grateful. Me, as a person who watches you a lot of times, or as a person who used to watch you religiously, I was a cult member when I used to watch you religiously. As a person who watches you religiously and used to watch you religiously, especially during your humble early days, I highly suggest that you make a decision and go to Jamaica, go to Argentina and then connect it to Jamaica. Hang out with Jamaican Uncle. Have stories, make content, repair his house, be part of the foot soldier. You see, the way you spend time with Rocio's family, you also need to spend time with Jamaican Uncle. As you've also visited other places that were hit hard by the floods. And mark you, I don't know if Wodemeyer is still in Jamaica, but maybe that would be you see, as men, even if we had, fights in the past, that would be a very glorious moment to reconnect with Wodemeyer. And mark you, let me tell you something. Don't allow your ego to control how you make moves moving forward. Do not make permanent enemies over people who you might need in future. Don't make permanent enemies of people you might need in future. Go there as a representative of Kenya and as a representative of Africa. Be like the guy, be like the DRC Congo fan who is always like this, standing for 90 minutes in respect of Patrice Lumumba. Lumumba Patrice, may your soul continue resting in peace. When you go to Jamaica, or when you go to those countries, go and represent the beautiful image of Kenyan people, the beautiful image of Africans. And I wish me and you are close, because I would sell you this idea. I know it would really cost a lot of money, probably because, based on what I heard you say last time, a ticket to Argentina would cost about around $10,000 to and fro. But again, you have to invest to get back. It's a very huge investment on your YouTube channel, because that move would ensure that you have increased your viewership and you have also increased the number of subscribers that you have. Look at your sister Dimwango. She makes some of these moves. Sometimes they don't work out, but sometimes they work out. But with you, one thing I can guarantee you, I Am Marwa, is that move would really work. Trust me on that. I haven't been in this game for a long time, but I believe that move would work for you. And it will work really good. Because remember, you are a content creator, and sometimes getting contact is not easy. But the good thing about you is that you have options. If only you take advantage of these options, then I honestly believe they would work. And I wish guys would really watch this content of mine and maybe participate in maybe they would comment even in I Am Marwa's comment section and say something about it. Other than that, subscribe. There's nothing that would make me happier than you guys subscribing. I don't really take a lot of time to do research and then come sit here, we sit here down, we talk, as much as I'm just talking to myself. But it's really working out, man. I'm having fun, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm hoping it's going to be fine with time. Who knows? But I have to do what I have to do. YouTube is meant for, it's a very huge cake. It's a very big cake. I'm the only person who's doing it apparently in this place. And I hope by the end of it all, I'm going to get something out of it. Other than that, cheers guys. 2nd January 2026. I'm wishing you the very best. And I'm praying that I'm not going to quit on this one. I'm just hoping and praying that I'm not quitting on this one. Yeah.